Unlocking marital bliss. Hey, greetings, and once again, you are watching Unlocking Marital Bliss with me, Cyrus Rod. It's always a pleasure to be in your living room, to be wherever you're watching from, all over Africa and beyond. It's always a pleasure. This is the only place where you can learn how to enjoy your marriage. It's all about bliss. A lot of people have told you and said, well, marriage is about pain. No, it's ignorance, okay? I tell people marriage is easy, ignorance is hard, okay? So if you're watching, you're gonna learn how to enjoy an easy marriage because that's what God created it to be easy, not hard. I always confirm this to you only ignorance is hard, but marriage, very easy. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for always being part of this show. You can always follow us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and follow through. The number you see on the screen, please text message or WhatsApp. That's all. Do not call. Text message or WhatsApp. I know we're being flooded with calls, flooded for help. But let me tell you, send text messages. And those of you that are benefiting, we're glad that we could be part of your life. Tonight, we want to talk about a very important issue. Like you all may wonder, what is he going to be talking about? Well, something that is popular that you talk about. How to keep your spouse. How to keep your spouse. And tonight in this very place, I want to say that I have beautiful guests, a husband and a wife, and they've been here before, and I brought them back so they may be a blessing to all of you that are watching. And without further ado, allow me to introduce Pastor David Mijumbi.
Yes.
You're so much welcome to Unlocking Marital Bliss.
Thank you, Pastor Cyrus Rod, for giving us this opportunity to be here
And
on the big network.
Thank you, exactly. The only big network.
Yeah.
You know. So now that you're here, I'd like you to take the opportunity to take care and introduce this being over here.
Oh, thank you so much. What
Yes.
a privilege that you have given me. And she's already smiling. She knows some compliments are coming on. Oh, all our viewers, I want to introduce to you one and the only beautiful Letitia Mijumbi. We've been married for 10 years, happily married. Not just, spending time together, but, having
like
bliss
that.
in our marriage. I want you to just listen from the beautiful woman. All right, honey, the platform is yours.
Yeah, my name is Letitia Mijumbi, the only wife to Pastor David Mijumbi, the only wife. And I'm so blessed to be here with Pastor Cyrus Rod, and we bless the Lord. I'm happy. As
Thank
can
you.
see.
Now that is Letitia, your beautiful wife. You've been married for 10 years, and not just married, but there's got to be something added on blissfully married, happily married. You know, that's what I tell people. You don't just get married and then you yawn and you're just struggling and crying. It's got to be bliss. Yes, and I emphasize 10 years of bliss.
Yeah.
And I'm counting 20 years of bliss.
Wow.
20 years of bliss. Can you imagine? 20 years of bliss.
Yeah.
We got married in 2004. So next year, just months away, it's going to be 20 years.
Wow.
20 years, and I'm celebrating the one and only Robbie. Wherever you are, I know you're watching me, and you know that's my man. Yes, exactly. Here is your man. And I loved what Letitia said. I am the only one. The only wife.
One.
I love that because not many women are able to say that today. Not many women are able to say that today. Even some pastors' wives. That is so heartbreaking. Not able to say that I'm the only one. And in fact, I can say it since my wife is not here, but she's watching. I'm the only man that she has. I'm the only man. And she's not expecting no surprises, no nothing. Everything is so good. There's no time to gamble around and try to grab another one and grab another one. That kind of chaos is so bad it doesn't work out. So I'm the only man that Robbie has, and nobody has me. Only Robbie has me. Okay, so nobody all over the world can say, "Oh, that's my man." Nah, it's only Robbie.
Can I break you a bit? I remember the first time I used to watch you on TV.
Uh-huh.
You know, some years back.
Yeah.
And I used to look at this man on TV, and I was like, what? He's playing games around here. I know, well, he's a good actor.
Oh my God.
He's, you know, when you were talking about marriage and how you
Yeah.
were living blissfully in marriage,
Yeah.
I was like, he's playing a game.
He's
not
putting on
really-
a show.
He's putting on a good show. And with his accent, you know, he brings it out.
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
no.
He's
Then
not
when
real.
I married my wife,
Uh-huh.
I continued to follow you. And I was like, he's still playing games. And one day I could call my wife and she was like, I think he's not real.
I know. Accent itself was too much.
And then, okay, well, it was the compliments about your wife and how you
Yeah.
were taking marriage.
Yes.
I said, this is not real. But down the years, when I came closer to you now, after the years,
Yes.
I've known and affirmed and confirmed
Yes.
that it was real.
Thank
and
you.
when I came closer to you, not only that it is real, but I'm
Yeah.
living what I used to oppose. What I never
I love
believed.
that. I love that.
You know, I never believed that someone can be in marriage and he's sold out to one
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
That you can be in marriage and have peace and bliss.
Yes.
And I was like, he's playing it again here. But look,
This is not real.
this is not real. But guys, can I tell you something? It is real.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
only speaking of what, you know, there is a time the Bible says we don't speak of what we heard,
Yeah.
but we speak of what we've seen
What
and
we've touched.
attached.
Yeah.
There is a moment, even you that is watching us and you're like, these guys are putting on a show. But listen, if you can listen to what we are telling you, you can
Yes.
also live a blissful life.
Wow. Wow.
It's not going to be far from you, but you're
Yeah.
going to live it.
Thank you.
It can come to your living room and get into your bedroom.
I love that. You know, it's quite humbling because I believe there are many men out there and women that are watching us, and they interpret everything just the way you interpreted it before you came to it.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, no, it's a show. He's putting on a show. And it's not real. But now you realize that it's real, and that actually anybody can enjoy marriage. They can have bliss in their marriage,
Yeah.
and they can live blissfully.
Yeah.
It's quite something very encouraging that, hey guys, I have witnesses here, and they're enjoying, so you do not stay behind. Let me bring this up to you. We're talking about how to keep your spouse. Is it even possible? Because you've been told, especially when it comes to the ladies, when y'all are going to get married, I'll get to Letitia now. When you're getting married, this is what you're told. Do whatever it takes to keep the man. Keep that man. Make sure he never goes away. Just make sure you keep him. Now, the man marries you, but they warn you, you got to keep him. Can you tell us how you keep a man?
According to the counseling that we get when you're coming into
Tell
marriage,
us.
it's more over. Okay, now there's what they bring it in Uganda, eh? Like Uganda brings it so much, eh? Omusajja omukuuma, omusajja tabawonka tolina okufaayo ennyo. Buno ate gwafumbidwa
just a second.
musumba.
Omusajja tabawooma. The
Tabawonka.
man doesn't belong to.
Yes, there is
one.
no a man for one woman.
So one woman, one man is not acceptable.
Bw'oba tomukuumye.
That if you don't keep them, somebody else will steal them.
He's like there. He's like a property that is waiting for someone
Somebody's
to
gonna
take
steal.
it. Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like throwing up. How do you steal a man? You know, now, okay, so the reason you're keeping him is that somebody don't steal him.
It's like a property.
It's some property that is put there on the shelf. Then you got to brush it every morning, and then you got to keep, and then you protect the man so they don't steal the man. When are you going to love the man? Because all they're telling you is protect the man so they don't steal him. You see, if you're focused on protecting your man so that he is not stolen, when are you going to love him?
Actually, they always tell us, men are like babies. That statement, babies. I'm trying to figure out, okay, men are like babies. Okay, babies? Men are like babies. That's why I think that's why they're telling us protect them. They're like babies. Because it's a baby that you have to protect. Or because...
But a man like babies?
Not mine.
No. I love that. Not mine.
Mine is not.
Now, you see, guys out there, you believe you act stupid, you act foolish, you do all this nasty stuff, and then the women begin saying you're like babies. But in reality, there's something more, because you don't take responsibility. Because one thing about babies, they don't take responsibility. They'll do anything. A baby will eat and leave everything there. A baby don't care. They will come and fart in front of everyone. A baby don't care. They will soil their clothes. A baby don't care. They don't take responsibility at all. It's about me, myself, and I. So now when you say men are like babies, I think we're looking at boys are like babies.
They always say this statement. Abasajja tebakula.
That men never grow. No, I think we need to correct this. Pastor David.
Yes, sir.
You guys never grow?
You're putting yourself out.
I'll say.
No. I'm the moderator. I want to find out.
No, this is
For
what I
all
want to
men,
say.
because he's representing the men on the show right now.
I don't want to be thrown into something that everybody is running with, and yet it is not truth.
Thank you.
The only place I want to be found is in the area of truth.
Thank you.
I don't want to be thrown into something that is trending no matter how popular it is.
Thank you.
And I want to disprove men out there, or girls, or maybe women, whatever. Men grow.
Say it again.
Men grow.
Men
Actually,
grow.
You are not supposed to be called a man until you've grown.
Thank you.
If you've not matured to the right stature of mind and reasoning, then you ain't a man. You are probably a male figure, but you ain't a man. Maybe you are a boy, you are whatever you can call yourself.
Yes, you're a boy.
But men have to grow.
Men
Have to grow. Now, growth is not only spoken about, but growth is manifested.
Yes.
When I say this tree has grown, I have to see the leaves, I have to
Yes.
see the branches, I have to
Yes.
see the fruits.
Yes.
Those are all signs and replicas of growth.
growth.
So when somebody says he's a grown-up man,
you
then
gotta
we're
have
gonna
fruit.
see character, number one,
Character.
of responsibility. So when a woman comes and says that I'm a kid, I cannot even allow her to tell me I'm a boy. Come on, I'm a kid. There is a baby in me. Come on, who? That she's gonna protect me? How can she protect me?
I know.
She's gonna keep you.
She's gonna keep me.
Uh,
There is nothing called keeping a man.
Oh,
You only keep what wants to be kept.
exactly.
Any man cannot be kept. I want to be real to you. A
Say
real
it.
man is not kept. A real
Thank
man
you.
stays.
Oh
The
yeah.
only people you can keep are not men. Because a
They're
real man,
boys.
when a real man walks into an area, he is established. A real
Yes.
man has roots.
Yes.
He's rooted into his marriage. So
Yes.
how are you gonna keep him? He's already there
How he made a decision.
to marry you.
Now you spoke something and you said men grow,
Men
because
grow.
that's what we were bringing out. Because she said this is what they're told as ladies by their aunties. Oh, and men never grow. Now we want to prove it to everybody watching that men grow. You get it? And you said that men grow. So now we have a difference here. To be born, to be male is by birth. To be a man is by choice.
Come on.
Wow.
You
wow,
need-
You get it?
wow.
To be male is by birth. I mean, I never made a choice to be male.
Yeah.
I simply showed up male. You get it? But to be a man is a choice. I don't just show up as man. So when you plant a tree, it never grows until it stays.
Wow. Wow.
You see it, Pastor David. A tree never grows, any seed never grows until it stays. So one of the things that is going to help men to grow is to accept to stay.
Wow.
If you imagine you get a seed and you put it in the ground, and then tomorrow you pluck it out, and then you go and put it somewhere else, and then you remove it, and then you go and put it on maybe on the table, then remove it. It's the moving that will kill the seed.
You're right.
Because the seed is meant to stay. When you keep moving it, it will die. And this is where most boys have died without growing. And you can be 40 years, you can be 50, but you're a boy. Because you don't know how to stay. Real men stay. When you stay, then you grow. So when you are a male and you're staying, you're saying, I'm accepting responsibility for this woman. Whatever is going to happen, I'm accepting responsibility for the kids. It's going to be my responsibility. I'm going to be there for her. I'm going to be there for the kids. I'm going to stay. You get it? I'm going to be there for her. And because of that, I make choices that do not allow me to run around, but always allow me to stay. The more I stay, the more I grow, because now I'm accepting. So I begin to manifest the fruit. Like you said, that when a tree grows, it brings forth fruit. You get me? So when I manifest the fruit is not meant for me. The fruit is meant for my wife and for my children.
Wow.
My wife first
Wow.
and my children, not my children first. No, my wife first and my children. You get me?
I'm getting it.
Because I've made a decision to stay. Now I'm producing fruit. What kind of fruit? Love. Love comes first. And love is what makes me a man. Love is the evidence that I have grown. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, this is what Paul said. When I was a child,
I spoke of a child.
I spoke like
As
a
a
child.
child.
I thought as a child
And understood.
and understood as a child. I acted as a child. The number one characteristic of a child is self-centeredness. So I spoke based on my interests, acted based on my own interests. I didn't care. Children don't care about other people's interests. No, only theirs. And Paul is telling you this. And then he says, when I became a man, I put childish ways behind me. So what is he telling you? He's saying when I became a man, that is when I grew in love. 1 Corinthians 13 is a chapter of love. So he compares. When I grew in love and I realized I'm not here to seek my own interests. I'm here to see how I can bless my wife, how I can elevate her, how I can wash her. When a man manifests love, that's the fruit the woman feeds on. That's the fruit the children feed on. Love, selfless love. So when you talk about a man growing, he begins by staying.
Stay. You know, we are talking about keeping a man, keeping a wife, keeping your spouse. I would say this. These ladies have been misled.
Thank you for saying it.
They have been misled.
Yeah.
Now, when she walks into the marriage, like we've been married, some of the things they told her is, give the man sex.
As a
That
way
is-
to keep him.
It is one of the nourishment to keep him, which is a lie. Give him and give him. Now, it becomes give him even when you don't want. Make sure you give him.
Oh, that's a weapon. Now, David, I love what you're bringing out. Give a man sex because you said they have been misled.
Misled. misled. To think you keep a man by feeding him with more sex. That's a lie.
Are you all hearing this?
Pastor Cyrus, now let me tell you something. And the men themselves also have that mentality that a woman is going to reject me when I want to give.
Oh, so men have been told and misled in the same way women have been misled.
And also moving with it, they're flowing with it.
They come and say, I deserve it.
How can you refuse? I'm a man. Actually, someone preached Pastor Cyrus Road. Some great preacher preached. Oh, not even great preacher. Some preacher.
Yeah.
He died. He said, men are like cars. They go to fuel stations. If they find there is no gas, they'll go to another fuel station and they get gas.
Are you for real?
Jesus Christ.
There is a one
He died.
late preacher.
Yes, but
International preacher.
yes, I heard him preach that. Men are like cars.
Now, you know, men are like cars. Let me be honest with you. You see, you do not follow anything that contradicts what the Word of God says, because the Word of God doesn't say that men are like cars. You get me? That if I don't get gas from this fuel station, I'll go get gas from another station. What they are teaching is this, that if I don't get gas from this station, I can go get gas from another station. In other words, if she doesn't give me sex, I can get sex from somewhere else. That is not love. That is justifying lust. Men are walking in lust, and then the society where we call the man's world is finding a way to justify the lust of the man, that he needs sex at whatever costs. In other words, he doesn't have self-control. In other words, he's just some loser, some animal. If you don't give him sex, he will run away from his gas station and look for another gas station. And they're teaching it in churches. It is very wrong.
Very
because
satanic.
it is satanic, it's demonic, it's not of God. Any man, let me tell you this, when God created Adam and the woman, the first person who manifested was the male, the man. You get me? And it took time before the woman came,
I know.
to prove to you that the man was able to control himself even without the woman.
Wow.
You've been told that men cannot handle themselves. No, those are not men, those are animals.
Just allow me break a bit. You know, I'm here with Letitia.
Yeah.
She just gave birth to our baby girl,
Yeah.
and the girl is now 1 month old.
Yes, and 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I think.
Now, let me ask some people that are watching us. If a man says, I want sex, then that is selfish, because there is now a moment when I have to step back and allow her to heal before I can come back to her.
She heals from the condition
From
you
the
led her
condition
in.
I led her in.
They think they know that.
Now, at night, she was sleeping,
Yeah.
and I was carrying the baby.
I know.
And she woke up. I said, honey, go back to bed.
I know.
I want you
love
to
that.
rest.
Ooh, yeah.
I said, you know what?
Ooh.
I want you to rest. Let me handle the baby. I can get some, I can give the baby the bottle. Because
Yes.
we use the two,
Yes.
So why? Because I'm not looking at her as a sex object.
Thank you.
It is
That is supposed to keep you.
number one.
Thank
When
you.
I came into marriage, I never came for sex.
Wow.
So I came for a relationship.
I'm so blessed.
Not for sex.
Oh.
That's why let me be real to those that are watching us.
Thank you.
There is a time when she doesn't want.
I know.
And it's all right.
It's all right. I'm not going to throw down. I'm not going to run around, say, you've refused, you've done this.
Let me interject. You mentioned that you are taking care of her.
Yeah.
You are watching over her. You are letting her heal. That means you're nursing her.
Yeah.
So you never send her back to her mama.
No.
You never send her back to her mama.
She had a C-section.
Because-
I'm the one cleaning
In
her.
the wound.
The
Because
wound.
she's your responsibility. Her mama never made her like that.
Thank you very
You
much.
made her like that.
My babies made her like that.
But men keep sending
You
women
led her to
go.
that condition.
Me. That's why I clean her.
Now,
I
dudes,
dress her.
oh, There's fire over here. Now you gotta get this. He cleanses and washes her and puts her back to the proper condition she was in before she ever gave birth. And now the woman is not living, Letitia, you're not living in fear that how am I going to keep the man because I'm not able to give him sex. So now he's going to go and find another gas station. That is bogus, okay? Now I want you to understand, we are here to teach you, to help you live blissfully. Can you keep your spouse? How do you keep your spouse? I'll be back in a minute. Unlocking marital bliss. Unlocking marital bliss. We'll be back. We'll be back. You're still watching Unlocking Marital Bliss with me, Cyrus Rod. It's always a pleasure to have you tuned in. And before we took a break, we had just found out that actually, let me tell you, women, if you're trying to use sex to keep a man, you're wasting your time. It doesn't work that way. And dude, if you think that you need sex in order to function as a man, you're seriously misled. M-I-S-L-E-D. Seriously misled. If anybody teaches you that you need sex in order to function as a man, then woe unto Jesus. Because the greatest man who ever lived on planet Earth never had sex. Jesus Christ. The greatest man who ever lived on planet Earth never had sex whatsoever. Yet he's the greatest man who ever lived. What did he have? He had love. Love is not measured by sex. No. It's about kindness. It's about how you elevate another person, how you believe in another person, how you trust in another person, how you believe and trust another person and seek what is their best, what is best for them. Okay? So anybody who tells you that you got to move from one gas station to another, that is called adultery. That is called fornication. That is called being promiscuous. Okay? Not being a man. Pastor David.
Yes, sir.
Moving from one gas station to another is called promiscuity. It's not called trying to meet the need of a man.
You know, when I look at a man moving from one place to another, he's not even a man.
Not at all.
He's just, I think, a sperm donor.
He's promiscuous.
Yeah, just
It's promiscuity.
Yeah.
It's not you being a man. You're not proving manhood. I tell people that a real man is not measured by how many women or the body count he can have of women he has slept with. No. But his ability to stay with one woman for the rest of his life. That's the real man. That's how you measure real man. Can you stay with one woman for the rest of your life? No, you see, we men. No, not we men. You boys, okay? Not we men. No. That's promiscuity. Real men stick. They stay. They stick to one woman. So it is so encouraging for our viewers to get to understand that you've been married 10 years. I'm going to make 20 and I'm stuck to one woman. If you have the courage to stick to one, it's the evidence you're a real man. But if you say, no, I can have about 6 of them and run around. No, you're becoming worse. In fact, sex no longer makes meaning to you. Because the more you move from one to the other, it's no longer meaningful. It rather makes you more empty. And now sex will never satisfy you any longer.
Never. Never. You know, people need to know this. The Bible, when the Bible speaks about the fruit of the Spirit, it talks about the first one is love. And the last one is self-control.
Thank you.
The first is love,
Uh-huh.
but the Paul ends with self-control.
Yes.
Now, you begin in love,
Yeah.
and then the base is self-control. Any man who does not have love cannot have self-control.
Absolutely.
So when you don't have self-control, it is a sign you don't have love already.
It takes us back to the thing that we said.
Yeah.
For the evidence of a man who has grown is love.
Love. It is love.
Love.
It is love.
If you love Letitia, that you can control. I love the way you look at each other. You love Letitia, that you can control yourself not to touch her, even when she's just had a child. In fact, it's called self-control.
It is self-control.
You committed to her. So you don't move around and say, well, I made a commitment, but now it don't make sense. No, no, no. Love is committed. Love stays through the fire, through the water. Love stays.
She doesn't have to be afraid that she has to keep me during this time. Because we have girls that are living in our home. We have girls at church.
I've seen them.
Yeah, we have
Girls
girls.
who have big behinds bigger than mine, girls who are brown, girls who have good legs, girls who have this nice, the bodies of dummies, girls of all. But one thing, Pastor, as I can tell you, is that I've never been there. And I'm like, where's David? David. Because I have things to do.
You're loved.
I'm sure he has
you're
showed
not
me
going
that.
to keep him.
Yes, sure.
But you see, it is very wrong because you women are told to live in fear, especially when it comes to church or whatever. You live in fear of your husband leaving. So now you got to keep him. Now, any girl that looks good, then you think,
what is she doing with my husband? I trust my David. I don't have
say
time
it
for
again,
the girls.
say it again.
I trust my David. That's it.
yeah. Now, you see, women, there's got to be this. Please, in fact, culture, society, don't put pressure on women. If a man ends up with another woman, they never stole him. He was stupid.
Thank you.
Let me say it again. If a guy runs with another woman, they never stole him. It's not because you are not too beautiful. It's not because you were not too good looking. It's not because the woman wasn't everything. No, it's because the man was stupid. Why do I say so? You're going to say, oh, so you abuse them. No. I just identify them. The Bible says he who commits adultery lacks sense. That is called not having sense. It's called stupid. You get it? So that's not an abusive word in identifying such a person. It's simply identifying them because you don't have sense, because the more you move from one woman to another, the more you become sexually dysfunctional. In other words, nothing is going to be satisfying. So you develop more perversions. Before long, one woman will not be enough. The second will not be enough. The third will not be enough. And then perversions will increase. You come up with sexual perversions. And when the sexual perversions come in, you've totally been destroyed sexually.
Pastor Cyrus, sorry to break you short.
Go ahead.
I want our viewers to get us right.
Yes.
We are not advocating for ladies to not do their, marital responsibilities. Get us right, guys. We are not here to say that, look at these guys. They are telling us, they are advocating for the ladies and, pampering them, telling them, let them deny us sex. No, that is not actually what we are trying to bring home. What we are trying to open your mind to is to understand this. That the first thing when you came into this marriage, it was not sex. So don't make sex the main core value on which you're building your marriage. When you brought this woman, what did you see her at? Did you see her like a sexual object? It was not.
No.
It was not. So don't try to front that. don't try to front them.
And if you came in and saw her as a sex object, you
Yes.
saw her wrong.
So how wrong. So I know sex is good, but listen, sex is a byproduct of love.
Thank you.
It's a actually, you don't even have to fight for sex as long as love. Let me say this. In every atmosphere of love, sex is automatic.
It flows.
Sex flows. But in every atmosphere of havoc and discord, sex becomes trouble.
That's true.
Where love is, sex is automatic. So don't try to say, I'm keeping my man. Women, a man can never be kept. Play your roles, okay, but let me tell you, all men that are watching us, why did you go and sleep with that woman? Why are you sleeping with the housemates and other women around your workplace? It was your choice. She has done all that she has done at home. But you still, actually, let me say this. Most women who are trying to keep their men end up frustrated most.
Because by nature, you have no power to keep another human being. That's why they that try to keep will start controlling and manipulating because they try to keep. But we are not designed to be kept.
Can I ask you a question, Cyrus?
Go ahead.
How do you keep Robbie, your wife?
I don't keep her. I can't. I mean, look, that's to leave my own responsibilities that I'm supposed to do and try to keep another human being. The only thing I do is love her, take care of her, seek what is best for her, be there for her, be patient, be kind. I tell people kindness is love reacting. In other words, if somebody hurts me, I be kind to them. That is love reacting. And that is what we ought to do. So I can't keep her. We men also believe, oh, I'm supposed to keep the woman. You don't allow a woman to go to work?
Sarah, that is good for me even to speak that.
Uh-huh.
Now the men have these tendencies, because
Yeah.
I'm a pastor's wife, and I've handled so many cases of women
Yeah.
no working,
Uh-huh.
be at home.
Lest other men see you and they steal you.
Actually, there is that inferiority complex that some, I won't say all the men, but some men have,
Yeah.
that a woman who has more money is uncontrollable. You can't control a woman who has money. A woman who is educated, it's not good to be with a woman who is so high in books, more than you. You have to be every time higher. That's what I think. That's what they call it.
So if a woman goes and studies, then the man has to go and study.
Why
No,
would
no,
she
no, 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 no.
study?
It's not about the books. It's about the love.
Pastor Sarah's, I'm with Pastor David.
Yeah.
Pastor David stopped in senior 4.
Uh-huh.
I finished my career. He took me back
He
to do
did
my
what?
master's. He stopped in senior 4 himself.
Uh-huh.
His education level is O level.
All level.
The woman
And
he
then
married
You had a bachelor's degree.
before me, yes, bachelor's degree.
And now
And now in my marriage, he has taken me back. My
the
husband,
all-level graduate
an O-level graduate,
has taken the one who has a bachelor's back to school.
to do a master's at Makerere University.
Not even an O-level graduate, an O-level grade. An O-level grade.
So you've taken your beautiful wife back to university to do her master's, and you've paid her tuition
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
and everything. And you know what them people are saying? You're not a man. They're gonna steal her.
Some people were telling me, David, you are doing the greatest mistake of your life.
Uh-oh, you're doing the what?
You are doing the greatest mistake of your life by empowering her, because look, David, you ain't educated. Now you take your wife back to Makerere University and she's doing her master's
With
degree.
those boys,
With all now, recently I drove her because she's just given birth,
Yes.
so she doesn't want to drive. So
Yeah.
I had to drive her.
Yeah.
I drove her to the university, and here are the doctors, lecturers, whoever these guys, and she's meeting these guys every day.
Yes.
I'm not afraid of them. They could have all the books, but they don't have the love I have for her.
You know, David, I love what you're saying. This is something most men don't understand. I've had a lot of losers out there. I call them losers unapologetically. I call them losers. Why? You know, everybody thinks a woman is reduced to money
I know.
and education. But I tell people, let me tell you something. If you have love, you can even get the woman, the most educated woman, if you know what love is, and she will lick your feet.
I know.
Say it
Love
again.
him.
If you have love, you will get even the most educated woman, even the richest woman, and she will bow at your feet and just say, anything you want, I'll give it to you.
I know.
And men with money will be left behind because you got something, it's called love. When you have love, I'll give you a very good scripture here. The Bible says there was one of the beautiful women in Israel.
Mhm.
This woman, allegedly, Bible scholars think it was Mary Magdalene. Very beautiful, but she was a prostitute. You get me?
Yeah.
So one time she sees a man. She sees a man. And she was a high profile prostitute. And she went home and both got hold of a jar full of expensive perfume. It was so expensive because it was a whole year's wage.
Wow.
A whole year's
Year's
wage in order to buy that perfume.
Mhm.
Huh? She invested so much, she did so much, the men she slept with, whatever, in order to buy that what?
Perfume.
That perfume. Yet she got all of that savings when she saw a man that never wanted her body. When she saw a man that never wanted to use her
For sex.
for sex. When she saw a man that never wanted to just come use her and dump her, but she saw a man that just
Love.
appreciated her for who she was. When she saw this man, she got all her savings, brought the box, the jar, and the perfume came in. She poured perfume on the man's feet. Huh? She kissed the man's feet. She wasn't like, I want sex. No,
Come on.
she was like, I've seen love. And when I meet love, I know love. You don't want nothing from me. It's not about my body. It's about me. You've seen something in me. I'm treasurable. I'm precious. And she poured everything at the feet. And the boys around went,
What?
nah.
That's wastage.
That's wastage. That's wastage. Let me tell you, guys don't know this, but when a woman loves you,
Pastor Cyrus.
oh
Let
my
me
God,
explain
oh my
that.
God.
Let me
Please,
explain that.
please.
When I was at campus, before meeting Pastor David, there are men who used to come to me, Pastor Cyrus. Men, migration officers, lawyers, bankers, men with good cars.
And David had nothing.
Jesus Christ. And here comes this David. Nothing. Funny jeans. Didn't have the car. Even in the height. Oh God.
The American Heights had all.
He didn't have the American heights, Pastor Cyrus.
American
But-
short.
American short, Chinese long. That's how he calls himself.
Okay.
Pastor Cyrus, there is one thing that I loved about this gentleman
Yes.
that he had that was different from other men.
Yes.
He didn't have the money. But David didn't have the money.
That's it.
Pastor Cyrus, David, not had, has, like because he still has it,
Yes.
was love.
Now you're hearing from the horse's mouth, guys. It's love.
He didn't have the money. He didn't have the money. But I saw when he said, Letitia, I love you. By the way, when someone really loves, even when they speak,
You know.
you see the love on them. He said, Letitia, I love you. Even the other men were like, I want to marry you. But one thing about you is, I love you. And I saw that love from his heart, his face, his eyes, his ears. His nose was speaking about love, the mouth, the hair, everything all over him was love.
Was love.
And up to now, I tell David, I can't say that I loved him because of the money, because he didn't have the money. He was
Yes.
being housed by the time he came in my life. But
It was love.
It was love. And it's the love that I say that I'm not disappointed, Pastor Cyrus. That's why I'm not scared. He's a pastor. We have many girls at home. I'm not scared because I know David loves me. Pastor Cyrus, the fact that he took me back to school,
To do your masters.
because he said that's what I wanted.
He's not competing with
And
you.
I'm graduating in January, come next year. I'm graduating because I'm doing my final defense. I'm doing my Viva next week.
Wow.
But I'm not like, oh God. We women, we don't want money. Pastor Aswad, we don't, the good houses can stay, but as long as a man loves me, that means a lot. Pastor Cyrus, let me tell you something. You see this gentleman?
Yeah.
I used to work.
Yeah.
He didn't have, but then he didn't have money to look after home.
Yeah.
But I was so contented
Yes.
because I knew my husband loved me. Even when I used to get my salary,
Yes.
before when I bought myself, I could buy for David. And because he's a good man, when God turned things around and God blessed him
He started taking care of you.
completely, and I don't regret. We women, we don't want money. Of course, okay, money is good, but it's not the first priority. We women want love. When I have love, it's enough for me. I don't need the rest. When I have David's heart, I won't jump around looking for what.
You know, I just appreciate what is happening right now. We get to know that actually no woman can keep a man.
No.
A man chooses to stay.
Yeah.
A man is not stolen.
Mm-mm.
He's just stupid.
Mm.
That is so clear. And no man can keep a woman.
Mm-mm.
No.
A woman chooses to stay.
Stay.
And no woman can be stolen.
Mm-mm.
She's just stupid. You know, I love the way you've presented it. I can testify. You know, I remember telling, when I met my woman,
Mm.
we ministered, courted, and all that before we got married. It took us 3 years before we got married. But I loved her so much that I told her one time, hey, if you ever, right now, have a second thought about marrying me, and you think you've seen a better man that's got money, that's got everything, then
You're good to go.
you can go.
Mm.
I don't want to hold you. You can go. When love is love, it does not control. I said, you can go. That's how confident I was about her. And she said, where do I go? You're the man.
Wow.
Now, look, Jesus, people walked away from Jesus and he turned to his disciples and said, what about you?
You want to go?
You
You
can
know,
go.
It is very interesting what you said. You know, let us look at Jesus and the church.
Yes.
Is Jesus keeping the church that he doesn't have to go?
No. The
Yeah,
church makes its choice.
You make a choice to stay with him or you walk away.
Thank you.
No.
Every man will choose to stay, and
Yes.
every woman will choose to stay, and
Yes.
they can choose to walk away. No
Thank you.
matter what God has done for people, they still walk away.
Thank you.
No
But-
matter how
yes.
good you are, if a man is an adulterous man and is a boy full of lust, he will sleep with everybody.
Same to the woman.
It is the same with the woman.
Yes.
If she wants to have her own lifestyle, no matter what you do. So don't break yourself. Don't even feel guilty that, you know, my man walked away from me because I didn't do A, B, C, D.
No, no, no,
no. Some aunties have told you, do this, play this game, turn around, you know, flip over like 7 times, do somersaulting in the bed. That is crazy. You're going to break yourself. What are you doing?
Come on, bro.
You know, what are you doing? You know, flip over, do this, turn around. And the more you do it, the more you're frustrated.
Cause them, oh,
He's choosing to walk away every day.
and you're getting frustrated. The reality is this. Thank you. You flip over, do all that nonsense and whatever. It's a waste of time. Let me help you, girl. You even give him sex when you're going through your menstruation cycle. That is ridiculous. Because you got to give it to him lest he goes away. Let the dummy walk. You get me? Because you're never going to get better by giving him sex to make him stay. No, let him choose to stay. Let him make that home the way he wants it to be. Let him not expect a miracle. My time is running out, but you guys have been so awesome on this show. So awesome. And I want to give Letitia a minute to reach out and just tell the women they ain't got power to keep a man. They can just create the environment God told them to create, love, and be wise.
Yes. To the women who are listening, I just want to encourage you with one word. You can't keep a man. Do what you can do. The rest leave. He has to decide. He has to man up. The only thing you can do, you pray. Prayer is the best thing. Do what you can do. Don't kill yourself because I have to keep him. Don't go to this. You know, you get this medicine. You do this because you want to keep him. You can't keep a man. Do what you can. The rest leave to God. If he really loves you, he will stay. If he doesn't, yeah, he will go. Otherwise, I'm so blessed to be here, and we love you so much.
Thank you so much. That's Letitia Mijumbi, and we have the Mijumbi himself.
All right, all our viewers, it is always a pleasure and an honor to have you watch this program and then even coming to your living room. Guys, I want to tell you this. Stay. Don't walk away. Grow up. Stay in your home. Look after your wife. Look after your babies. Grow up. It is time. No woman can keep you. It is you to keep yourself.
Thank you.
I love you.
Whoa, you had it. No woman is going to keep you. You're going to keep you, okay? You're going to choose to stay. You're going to remain no matter what comes your way. And you don't try to keep that woman. Just love her. The reality is, if you try to keep a man, you won't love him. Man, if you try to keep a woman, you won't love her. So bottom line, choose love. And thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, we're about bliss, okay? Marriage is easy. Ignorance is hard. I'll see you next time. Unlocking marital bliss.